Because even for the large holder farmers, they're struggling, the adoption is small. And then you have smallholder farmers. And we know majority of our farmers are smallholder farmers, peasant farmers, yes, right? Subsistence, etc. The problem significantly escalates for them. And there's a multiplier effect for them. If the big holder farmers are struggling, you can imagine what is happening to our majority smallholder farmers. I don't know what your take is on that.
Yes, to a large extent, there have been a number of innovative projects from MOFA. But I think that as a country, we do not have the interest of others at heart. Now, I say that because we failed or we become greedy to share information. What is needed, for instance, if I'm bringing a tractor to my place or you're bringing a drone, you need to make sure that the people around you, you inform them. When you do that, it actually reduces your cost. But in my years of active involvement in the industry, you realize that even the person you call your partner will hide information from you. That information, which is critical to harness the collective work you people are doing. And it is the lack of information sharing that is becoming a major challenge for even the youth in what they do now, the development. And the technology issue, we are quickly adopting technology rather than trying to domesticate technology. The cost of technology adoption is so high. We buy a lot of agriculture machinery from outside without taking the time to understand the technology. After a year or less of operating, the technology fails to work and your money is gone. You've got to go back to the drawing board to look for money again, either to buy a new technology or to go and lease or otherwise. So we need to find a way throughout this. Then again, the system must have a regulatory approach. I think that the way we adopt and bring in technology into the country must have some regulatory system. In that, at the end of the day, if you look at the amount of money we spent on the purchase of technology, whether soft or hard technology, is so much that if we continue to go on that trend, we will continue to adopt technology without any serious evaluation of the output of that technology. Now, smaller holder farmers needs to start looking at a block farming system. Because in her case, if it was a block farming, it would have been much easier for the drone to come in and do 100 acres and go. But the smaller holder farmers have 5 acres here, and you have to move about 10 miles to get to the next smaller holder farmer. You need to move another something miles. Meanwhile, the roads are so bad. Sometimes if you go to some of the areas, it will take you hours to even move your 4x4 or very good pickup to that side. Meanwhile, what they are paying you is so small. So we need to look at it very well. And the other thing about the smaller holder farmers is there are group, but they are not really group. They call themselves, we refer to the farmer-based organizations. In India, they are called the producer organizations. But they are yet to understand fully what it means by farmer-based organization, or as a group, what they need to do to be able to access some of these things. And it comes to capacity building, which you earlier alluded to. So we'll need to find a way through all these systems and make sure that we streamline from the regulatory, the capacity building, and the access to land, because the issue of land is because we do not have agricultural land banks. So if we have agricultural land banks, then the block farming, youth access to land for agricultural purposes and others can be resolved.
Interesting.